Yo, smash that like button, y'all. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. I'm live. I'm live. I'm live. I'm live. Smash that like button, y'all. Smash that like button. Shout out to everybody on here. I'm gonna get a new cash app soon, y'all. So y'all be able to send it to another cash app. First one here, swipe. Shout out Slime. 556. Lil Ye 2 times. I'm finally in attendance, my boy. Working 2 jobs and no joke. Swipe. Hey man, keep working. At least you working though. At least you want to work though, Lil Ye. Shout out 727 Crocodile. Finna roll up right now and kick back. Shout out Matthew Liggins. Jones, 5 a.m. Shout out to all y'all. Smash that like button for me, y'all. Smash that like button. Happy birthday, Trent. Shout out Adia. Bone Yak, what's up? Powder Beezy, what's up, my boy? Shout out to y'all, man. Dro the Mob. Shout out to you, Dro. Ramson 2026. Shout out Adam making hits. 4306. Shout out to Exalted Club BC. Monique Moore. Shout out to the OG Monique Moore. Shout out Dustin Turner. Man, shout out all y'all, man. It's a lot of y'all. Fun name, Extreme Elements. Shout out Savage Black Nephew. What's up? Shout out Mugger. Shout out Jerry Tinsley. Ralph Hellboy. Shout out Quincy. Shout out Chelsea Davis. Shout out Dab. Shout out Harvey 147 Harvey Real. You good, bro? Happy birthday to you again. Hey man, you know what I learned today, man? Fuck a birthday, man. It ain't even about no birthday, man. It's people out there that ain't got no cake and no ice cream or no food at all, man. So I ain't do nothing for my birthday. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, man. You know, fuck the birthday, man. You know, however it is, however it was. Hey, I just look at it like I spent over 10 years, I say 10 years of going to jail in jail on my birthday. I went to jail like on my birthday. Me and Lil Darrell was together one day on my birthday. Lil Darrell from Gyro. We was standing on the corner of Vernon. Lil Darrell will tell y'all on my birthday. Lil Darrell say, "Happy birthday, Scud." And then the police ride up and say, "We've been looking for you. You got a warrant." You hear me? Now I'm in jail. On my mama, Lil Darrell will tell you I always got locked up on my birthday or I was in jail for my birthday. So it really don't mean nothing to you, man. It really don't mean nothing, but I appreciate all y'all, man. I appreciate all y'all. And whoever sent the cash apps, I wouldn't know what you sent, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody who sent me something. I was gonna make a list of y'all names, but I don't even know. I don't have the names right now. But yeah, fuck my birthday, man. I'm gonna have another one that's gonna be great. Probably next year I'll be in Dubai, in Bali or something, or Italy or something. So that's what I'm looking forward to next year, next birthday. You know, I ain't gonna worry about this one. But shout out to all y'all that's on here, man. Smash the like button. No disrespect, Swipe, but the world literally changed the moment you came into being a being. Yeah, 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 man. Nah, I don't make no excuses. You hear me? I don't make no excuses in life, man. Hey, look, everybody in the world think I'm a piece of shit. You hear me? Hey man, hey, you got to keep moving because if you worry about what everybody in the world thought of you, you'll lose yourself. You hear me? So yeah, I don't make no excuses, man. For everything I did, I claim. You hear me? I claim. I stand on it. Everything. You hear me? It's my fault for everything. You know. I don't go blaming nobody. I don't play victim. I don't do none of that shit. It's my problem. I did it. You know what I'm talking about? Whatever a motherfucker want to tell you about me, I did it. I did it. So what? And here's the motive why I did it. You hear me? Like it don't mean shit to me. I'm as real as it could get on this motherfucker. Birthday is what the weekend should be. Take the day and don't do anything but what I want to do. Oh man, I'm going on vacation, man. This summer. Hey, look, this birthday, I missed this birthday. You know what I'm talking about, but I'm going on vacation this summer. I'm going to Hawaii or something. I'm going somewhere. So I'm gonna make up this birthday. I promise you. You'll see the pictures. It's gonna say May 7 on it, but it's gonna be whatever date it's gonna be. I just got on. All right, y'all. Let's get into the story. We talking about OTF Jam. Shout out to everybody who wished me a happy birthday. I appreciate y'all, man. All y'all support me. Like I said, I don't know who sent me cash apps. I wouldn't be able to tell you, but just know that I appreciate you for sending the cash app. OTF Jam, man. He Twitter finger again, y'all. He typing everything except I'm not number 2 or PW1 or I sent Lil Durk to jail. He ain't saying that. He threatened everybody, man. He said he gonna knock the glasses off Vine off 1700 face when he catch him, man. Should Vine engage or should Vine is he trying to come at Vine to get Vine arrested? Y'all get in the comments. What's up, Big Trench? Happy birthday. I appreciate you, man. Hey, I talked to a lot of people I love today who I didn't think was gonna hit me up for my birthday. They did though. On my mama, bro. I talked to my brothers, my sisters, a couple of my rappies that was in the streets with me. I talked to them. They told me to keep going and keep pushing. For the first time I talked to them, they remember it was my birthday, so I'm happy, man. I'm grateful. I'm grateful, man. I'm gonna keep pushing. Hey, he said you better not say I'm a snitch. Call me Sammy. Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't know what Jam on, man. I'm trying to interview Jam. Shit. I ain't got 50,000 shit, but I give you a couple of dollars to find out about Lil Durk and what it was like. Rest in peace to Richie Jerk. Yeah, rest in peace to Lil Jerk, man. I knew Jerk since he was a kid, man. Jerk got killed on my birthday, bruh. On my birthday. See, people don't know how I be feeling, man. I ain't even want to mention Jerk, bro. But Jerk got killed on my birthday. I inboxed Jerk on my birthday and told the nigga, hey, look, bro, stop making them post time about you want to die. Man, Jerk was dead 2 hours later, man. I promise y'all, bro. He was dead 2 hours later. Rest in peace to Jerk, man. That's why I don't be going for 051 drilling them, disrespecting them, bro. He died on my birthday. Let him rest in peace, bro. With your little retired, with your little, I can't even say what I want to say, man. YouTube so censored. I can't say it, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Benjamin Button. Nigga told me today that Jam ain't on shit and won't smack Vine cause he allegedly told on Dirk. I said once you'll lose that side of you. Fuck on out of here. Swipe, what's your cash app? Hey, I gotta find one, man. I ain't got one. I gotta find one. I gotta get one. Oh no, no, no. You said what's my cash app? Oh, send it to Nene. You can send it to Nene. Send it to Nene. Hey, somebody put Nene cash app up there. My cash app still the same. The QR code right here on the screen. You can send it to Nene, man. Money sign NEE 3837, man. You can send it to her. I thought I was reading it wrong. I've been smoking weed, so I thought it was twisted. The words was twisted. Like, what's your cash app? I'm hiding a motherfucker. Swipe. Sup with Memo 600. What you mean? What's up with him? What's up with Memo 600? What you mean? Hold on. Let me see. What's up with Memo? I can I hold on. Let me see. Man, I don't give a fuck about Memo, that Mexican ass rap he rapping about, none of that shit. Memo got motherfucking 20 kids he need to worry about. He got a motherfucking all-star team. He need to go and worry about that shit, his kids now. before he get killed worrying about somebody else. Cause Memo got too many ops to be worried about me. He got old block looking for him, 600. He got a whole bunch of niggas looking for his ass. Like for real. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about no Memo 600. He a goofy ass motherfucker. You disrespecting Duke them, but you rolling around with King yelling them like, get your goof ass out of here, man. Even if I am mad at my homies or they mad at me, I ain't finna go and link up with no motherfuckers who done killed our guys or none of that shit. Even though y'all could say it's pushing peace or whatever, it's like, nah, bruh. It ain't right if you in the street still gang banging. Like it ain't right. Like if you a civilian and somebody killed your brother or something like that, and then y'all link up and kicking it, like, yeah, that'll be one thing. But you with these niggas and you trolling your guys, your real guys, King Von them guys, you hear me? Like, for real, he weird as hell, bro. Hey, like I always tell y'all, hey, look, if a motherfucker kill a friend, Trenches News have no chance with him. You hear me? So, I don't even give a fuck about no Memo. On no jumper, dissing motherfuckers and said he slipped up. Yeah, they going on no jumper for $500, man. They going on platforms for crackhead money, bro. I sit back and wait till Vlad call me. I ain't got to do no other interview. I sit back and wait till Vlad call me, man. On everything and get the real money. No jumper paying for flights and hotel rooms, man. On some real shit, them niggas taking $500. I can't take 500. I can't take $500. If I was Memo them, I wouldn't take $500. Like for real, I'm doing an interview telling you about some shit, and you talking about you got 500. Like get the fuck out of here. Them niggas some hypes, man. I guess they got to take whatever they got to take though. But they fucked up the game of the interviews. I got interviewers in my inbox. I can show y'all. Hey, how much you charge? Hey, bro, I charge you $5,000 to you. Oh man, that's too much. I only give yelling them $500. Like, well, that's yelling them. You hear me? Like 500. I'm not going outside for $500. I know that sound cocky, but I'm not doing no interview for no 500. No. Yeah, like they just going lower and lower. Motherfuckers, $200 they going. Driller just did an interview for $350. $350 Driller just did an interview for. Like that's some crackhead shit, man. Yeah, they lowering the bar. That's why they always blaming the white man. The white man holding us down. But you got a chance to charge a motherfucker at least $3,000-$4,000. And you gonna say, fuck it, just give me 500. Just give me 300. Like, come on, man. I ain't going now. Told you to come get this 50 in this ABT. So no jumper giving them $40 hollers. No jumper paying for flights. If you hey look, if you ain't got no name, bro, you not getting paid, bro. Like for real. You ain't getting paid, bro. You gotta be like a Lil Durk, a Duty Low, like somebody like that, bro. The average motherfucker ain't getting no money, bro. I'm telling you. All they giving out is a flight and hotel rooms, bro. They thought I was sweet at first. They was like, Adam was like, oh, we don't play. We just fly people out and give them hotel rooms. I said, I ain't coming then. Then they called again, like 2,000. I'm like, nah, I ain't coming for that, bro. I ain't coming on your platform to talk about no old block trial, none of that shit. And for no $2,000, bro. I hung up. Adam called back. Man, I'm sorry, man. They don't know who you is. I'll give you what you want. You hear me? Like for real. They try to blackball. They try to lowball you though. Them niggas try to lowball you at first. They say no, they ain't gonna pay you. All the platforms told me that when I first interviewed. When I told them what I charged, I was like, my first interview, I was like, I charged 3,000. He was like, oh man, that's too much. I was like, hey, look, bro, I guarantee your shit gonna do 1 million views. Your whole interview. And it did it. I wasn't going lower than $3,000. You ain't finna give me no $1,000 and you finna make a million views off the whole video. That ain't no clips involved or none of that. That's just the video, the whole video, like the whole 2 hours, a million views on Cam Capone. Vlad TV, millions of views on the interview. I'm talking about one interview. On the whole thing, 1 million views, 1.8 million. Like, you got to know your worth, man. I ain't taking no bullshit. Like, for real, I stay in the house, man. Yeah, I love Trenches. I love Vlad TV, man. I ain't got no problem with Vlad. I ain't Boosie. Boosie on some bullshit. $25,000 to talk for 50 minutes. 50 minutes for $25,000. Bro, you being greedy, man. The average motherfucker would never see $25,000 in one whop. In one whop. Soon you get out of Vlad, the money on your card. 25K. You just being greedy, man. Yeah, I can make 500 sitting in the crib, bro, on StreamYard. On StreamYard. Or I could drop a video and get $500 for a video. The fuck I'm gonna pop out and do an interview for that for? Then I gotta see my face and you motherfucking playing with the titles and all that shit, bro. They real effed up thing is they'll tell you, DJU, that $500 is disrespectful. Oh yeah, him too. Him too. I was just doing shit for DJU because DJU was, you know what I'm talking about, interviewing me doing the duck trial. Like, he was fucking with me. So I was going on DJU. I ain't give a fuck about the money really. He was giving me 1,000 at first, like the first time, because he was like one of my other interviews. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I fuck with him. But then as I got to knowing, like, all these niggas on the internet is clout chasers. Like, they clout chasers, bro. Like, ain't no friends on this internet shit with the blog and shit. Like, unless you really fuck with people, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really fuck with them on here. Like, you a blogger, I'm a blogger. It gotta be competition. We in the same field. You hear me? Like, we in the same field. How can I be cool with you? And your goal is to try to topple me. You hear me? Your goal is try to overthrow me. Like, that's how I look at it now. Smash that like button. Sending me them cash apps, man. Sending me them cash apps, y'all. It's my birthday. It's still my birthday, even though I ain't do shit. I'm finna order me some motherfucking I'm finna order me some food, man. Order me a motherfucking gyro or something. We can expect something from you and Big Mike to drop. Hey, I'm gonna get up with Big Mike soon. I'm gonna get over with Big Mike soon. We gonna do something, man. Big Mike. I'm trying to do a podcast with him. I just gotta well, I'm finna move again, so I just gotta move, you know what I'm talking about, into my new house. And then after I move into my new house, set up my YouTube stuff and shit like that, and then, you know, get back to business. But yeah, get then me and Big Mike gonna come on now. You know what I'm talking about. Once I get my setup, I'm gonna bring Big Mike on, so he can get some real money. He can taste the rainbow. Um Say, who said that? Where's DJU? I don't know where he at, man. I don't know where DJU at, man. I told you after he threw the IRS or alley hoop on me, I don't fuck with him. He got on there crying and shit. Church's news, Church's news, making all the money off blood there. You know what I'm talking about? Like, once he did that, like, nah, bro, I can't fuck with you, bro. I can't fuck with you no more, bro. Like, they asking you profiting off the deaths of the shorties, and he gonna throw me under the bus. Like, I don't fuck with him no more. I never interview with him no more. In fact, I'm gonna start interviewing myself. I'm gonna start interviewing myself like Vlad. Shit, y'all could just ask me the questions, and I say I'm on the interview. Fuck it. But I'm going to Vlad TV. I'm definitely fucking with Vlad, man. That's my boy. I can't wait for you and Big Mike to link again. Oh man, we gonna link again. Me and Big Mike for sure gonna link again. We gonna link again. Soon when I move into my new house and get situated, me and Big Mike gonna link up. We gonna link up a lot. We gonna have a podcast on like Gillian Wallow. And we gonna talk about everything. Whatever y'all pull up on the screen, that's what we're gonna talk about. Yup. Me and Big Mike we definitely gonna do some shit together. I just gotta move first. Smash that like button, y'all. Smash that like button. Say Vlad needs to interview Dirty Diana. I don't know about that. Swipe times Big Mike Vlad. You Big Mike solid duo. Yeah, I'm gonna get up with Big Mike. Hey, I just want to say something too, cause somebody sent me a text and say, you said you saved the women, the kid." Hey, yeah, I saved the women. I got respect for women. I don't have respect for hoes or kids. It's a difference between a woman and it's a difference between hoes and kids. So if you a hoe, then don't ask me that question. You hear me? Ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. So that's to answer your question. Yes, I do have respect for women. I have respect for my mama. I have respect for my aunties and other people, mamas and aunties, but I don't really have respect for hoes. So you ain't gotta ask me when I say the women and kids, what do I mean? That's what I mean. I have respect for women and not hoes. So if you a hoe, I don't have respect for you. Plain and simple. So whoever sent me that shit asking that, that's what I mean. They be thinking I'm playing, bro. I be 100 with this shit, bro. Like it don't mean nothing. Like for a motherfucker to try to, you know what I'm talking about? Like, hey, try to do me or something, bro. Like, nah, bro. Like I'm saving the women. I don't got no respect for hoes. You hear me? On my mama. What's your thoughts on chemo? Is he really about that life? Hey, look, let me tell you something about chemo. Chemo better go and find him a job or something to do. Shorty is chasing that clout, bro. You calling your ops over there just to shoot at him, bro. Like he a goofy to me, bro. Like that's some goofy shit, bro. I don't give a fuck what he be talking about. The shit he be doing is goofy. That's called chasing attention. Anybody like that. I seen a dog kill a motherfucker. I seen a baby take a gun and kill a motherfucker. Anybody like that. Swipe, you get that? I don't even know. I don't even know, Sparks, if y'all got it, man. But I know we got it though, you know. But it's all good, man. I appreciate all y'all who support me, bro. Who support me, who supported me, who stood behind me. I'm a find this shit, man. I'm gonna find this life, man. I'm gonna find it, man. I'm gonna look out for as many people I can. You know what I'm talking about? But I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you, Sparks, man. For sure. Hey, Sparks, if you say you something, I know you something, brother. If you say you something, I know you something for sure. You like all state, brother. Oh no, that was just for the hoe in the background who was asking me about women and kids and shit on everything. Yeah, yeah. My auntie a woman. She raised 10 kids in the projects and she got her own house and all her kids is successful. You know, that's what I'm talking about. You hear me? My auntie had a 4 bedroom in a Robert Taylor's, 10 kids. She got a house now, and all her kids is successful. All of them got trucking businesses, police officers. Some they got something going on, man. So yeah, that's the woman that I'm talking about. Oh yeah, hey, make sure y'all go and follow Sparks Gaming too. I finna start gaming, man. I finna start doing it all, man. I finna start gaming, finna start dropping videos. I finna start getting out and showing y'all the best restaurants, like the real restaurants. I'm talking about go in Italian Fiesta and go behind the counter. Show us how you make the pizza, goddammit. I finna get on all that shit, man. I finna stretch out my YouTube channel, man. I just gotta, I just gotta, I just gotta, I just gotta move, man. Moving to my sanity, and then you know it's gonna be all good though, y'all. I won't let y'all down. I'm coming back. I'm coming for all of YouTube, man. Show some love to Trenches News, hitting that like button. Smash that like button, y'all. Hey, Lil Zay Osama, man. Lil Zay Osama, they say another homie flip, man. I don't know how true it is, but somebody hit me up from over there with Zay and them hood, and he said that another guy got Zay. So it's two people who threw Zay up under the bus already, man. So that's Lil Zay's fault. That's Lil Zay's fault, man. Oh yeah, I'm finna start going to the restaurants and everything, man. What's up, Prime Mob? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you rocking out with me. All y'all. Who y'all got on the NBA Finals? Spurs and the Knicks. I don't know about that, brother. I don't know about that. I think OKC, man. I think OKC definitely going. OKC just different. It's like they whole team kick in. Hey, appreciate the birthdays, man. Want to send something to the birthday? Send it to Nene, man. Send it to the cash shop. You can send it to her. It's still the same cash shop. It's on the QR screen and everything, man. You want to send something, send it to her. Yeah, shit. Can't sit down and they still gonna win. They squad deep. Yeah, man. I think they gonna go. I'm out in Austin. We fucking with the Spurs. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, man. I think that guy, the guy for the Spurs, the tall dude, man, he gonna win a lot of rings and MVPs. All they gotta do is not break up the team, man. See, teams get greedy. When they win a championship now, they break up the team. Motherfuckers be wanting to get paid more money and all that shit, and they ain't paying nobody. Wimby, he gonna win a lot of rings. He gonna win a lot of rings to come. I don't know if he gonna win this year, but he gonna win a lot of rings. Who I got coming out the East? I out the East. I ain't gonna lie, man. That motherfucker dude for Detroit, he be what's his name? What's his name for Detroit? The light skinned guy. He be killing, bro. But I think OKC gonna win, bro. But Detroit or I think Detroit. K, yeah, K. That motherfucker, he nuts. He nuts, bro. He spaz out, bro. He get to going on a run, bro. You can't stop him, bro. He fucking shit up, man. I'm telling you, I watched them, bro, and I'm like, damn, bro. He just keep fucking them up. Anybody who try to switch and stick him, and he ain't even about the dribble and all that crossover shit. Man, he playing old school basketball, bro, and nailing that shit, man. Hell yeah, he be getting busy, bro. I think the Pistons or the Knicks always fumble the bag, man. Every time the Knicks get to the that height, they always fall off, man. So I don't know about the Knicks. I can't verify that for the Knicks though for you. And then long as Spike Lee is at the game, I don't think the Knicks will ever be shit. As long as Spike Lee show up at that game, I think Spike Lee is a curse to the Knicks basketball team. I think he a curse. They ain't gonna never win long as he there. Anytime I hear Spurs, I immediately think of Tottenham Spurs from the Premier League, who are currently in the regulation battle of West Ham United. Like I think the Cubs might win this year. I think the Cubs might win again this year. I don't know if y'all feeling the same way, but I think the Cubs gonna win it this year. I got a feeling, bro. Some telling me again that the Cubs about to take it. Yeah, Spike Lee, bad luck, man. I'm telling you, bro. He bad luck, man. He bad luck. They need to tell him to stay at home. Pay him to not to come. I swear to God, they would have been won a whole bunch of times, bro. The Knicks done had some teams, bro, where they were supposed to win. I'm talking about in the last 10 years, bro. They could have won a ring. Man, you just said F the Cubs. No, no, no. I said F the Cubs because they lost my money that game, nigga. That's how it is, man. Hey, man. Hey. Rama boy. Hey, man. Hey, look. The Cubs won 10 games. And then they lost when I betted on them. When I finally went on draft dude and put my money on them, they lost. So I said, fuck them, nigga. I'm entitled. I lost my $3. Man, fuck the Bears, bro. I'm telling you, man. Hey, look, the Bears could have won the Super Bowl. They could have won, bro. They could have went all the way to the Super Bowl. But let me tell you what he did. The quarterback. All the quarterback had to do was let them keep running the ball and kick a field goal. This motherfucker tried to throw it down the middle of the field. He tried to hit a home run, bro, and got intercepted, bro. Like for real, man. The Bears ain't shit, man. That's all we had to do is run the ball, bro. We was across the 50. We was across the 50-yard line, bro. All they had to do was move the chains and run the time down and kick a field goal, bro. We would have won. The nigga try to be a superhero and throw the ball down the field, bro. Man, fuck the Bears. They can move to motherfucking Florida if I give a fuck. I done lost all my commissary in jail on that shit. I had to call my mama and make up a lie. Hey, mama, they gonna kill me up here, mama. You gotta send me $50 more. You hear me? Get on the phone, hey, mama. They got my whole commissary box, mama. Fuck the Bears. Had me lying to my motherfucking mama for an extra 100 ball. Bears ain't shit. Hey, yeah. You gotta be able to say fuck your team sometimes. You gotta be able to say fuck your team sometimes. That make you a real motherfucker, a fan. I seen a motherfucker break their whole TV when the Bears threw the interception. He had like 8 TVs on the wall connected together. I think they say that's 100 inch. And he broke all the screens out that motherfucker. He threw a brick through the middle of the TV, bro, when the Bears did that shit. Even when I see Matt Ryan on TV now, I say fuck him. Go Bears. Hey, yeah, if they move to Arlington Heights, I will be out there. I will be out there, man. Shit, I kind of grew up out there in Arlington Heights. It's all good out there, man. It's all good. They got some good restaurants and shit. Like we used to have this restaurant in Mount Prospect. Used to call damn, I forgot what the fuck you used to call it, bro. But it was right across the street from my elementary school, and they got some good ass food. I'm a Cowboys fan. Swipe. Oh yeah, man. If I was a Cowboys fan, man, I would have brought a ticket just to walk up to the owner and tell him his ass need to quit. I would have walked up to the old man once I purchased my ticket and went with got wherever he at and like, your ass need to quit. The Cowboys be having all that talent and still can't win. They ain't shit. I love 49ers though, McCaffrey. I love McCaffrey, man. I love McCaffrey. That's one thing about the 49ers, man. McCaffrey. He gonna carry a motherfucker on his back. Kodak Black, dumbass, locked up again. Kodak Black is out now. He actually out. Hold on, let me go to it, man. Hey, I'ma roll my weed and then I'ma play this video and shit. So just watch the video, roll y'all weed up. We finna get into it. I'm gonna be on live for some hours. It is my birthday. I gotta order me some food though, but it's all good, man. As long as I got y'all, man, I'm cool. I'm gonna be cool in life. You know, as long as y'all stay with me, I'm gonna be cool, man. So just smoke your weed. I finna flip the video into Kodak Black arrest and more.
Wait, if you were locked up at any Illinois juvenile detention centers.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Now I asked y'all on my birthday. Like it's my birthday, lady. Why you gotta come through my page on my birthday time about some if you was in the Cook County or the Audi home or this or that or that. I'm tired of this motherfucking ad, bro. And I feel like whoever putting the ads on my page, y'all really fucking doing this shit on purpose, man. I just want to say this one more time. When you see one of your homies out his cell, walking on different decks in the joints, Audi homes, or whatever. He just walking around that motherfucker like he free. Now we know what happened because she on this bitch saying Cook County, the Audi home, and all that goofy shit, right? So now we know what happened. We know why our homie was outside the cell all day. We know why he was able to use the phone all day and shit like that. Because the guards was grabbing his balls. And now they want to run this ad through my motherfucking page. Hey, look, I got a lot of concern about something, man. Like, I got a lot of shit to say, man, but I'm gonna write it down tonight and then I'm gonna tell y'all tomorrow some real shit, man. I don't give a fuck what it is about me. If it assault me and my character, then let it do, man. But I got a lot of shit on my mind that I need to write down, and then I'm gonna come to y'all tomorrow and tell y'all all this shit, everything that's happening. You hear me? I have no secrets, no none of that. I'm just tired of shit like this in this bit and right here.
Such as Cook County, the Audi.
Bond is set for Florida rapper Kodak Black. The 28-year-old turned himself into the Orange County Jail on Wednesday after Orlando police put out a warrant for a drug trafficking charge. West 2's Christina Watkins is live outside the jail. Christina, the rapper just made his first appearance.
He did, and his attorneys did most of the talking, starting off by saying he flew into Florida from California to turn himself in. Now, remember, President Donald Trump actually commuted a sentence from Kodak Black that he faced a few years ago. But when it came down to setting bond today in court, that did not matter.
All right. Good afternoon, sir. If you can just tell me your name and your date of birth.
Yeah, Capri, sir.
Kodak Black spent nearly 15 minutes in front of an Orange County judge Thursday for his first appearance, while his attorneys argued for a lesser bond.
If you read the affidavit that is attached to the warrant, Judge,
the rapper, originally from Pompano Beach, Florida, is accused of trafficking MDMA.
More than 10 grams, less than 200 grams. That is a first-degree felony.
Orlando police said their investigation goes back to last November when someone called 911 after hearing gunshots outside of Children's Safety Village. It's a nonprofit organization. When officers arrived, they said they saw a BMW and a Lamborghini parked outside.
neither of the vehicles are registered to Mr. Capri personally.
The report states officers smelled marijuana and started searching those cars. Kodak, whose government name is Bill Capri, then walked up. His attorney said the cops found a bag with drugs and other items in it, which officers said they connected to Kodak's Instagram page.
And on one picture in his Instagram, there's a picture of him standing next to a bag that looks like the bag that was in the car. Now, I know PC was already found, so I'm not going to argue PC, but it's really screaming at me, but I won't argue it. But I mean, the case law on this is so very clear.
Criminal defense attorney Alicia Adamson Prophet is not tied to this case. She warned how state prosecutors could use social media against him.
Anything that you post on the internet, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, can be used against you. So you'll see, even though this was not the day of the arrest, they're using pictures from his social media to tie all of this case together.
Back in court, given Kodak's criminal past and prior convictions, a judge set his bond at $75,000. And it's worth noting, I just checked Kodak Black's Instagram not too long ago. There's now only one post on his page. As of right now, he's still here in the Orange County jail. We'll let you know if and when he bonds out. Covering Orange County live in Orlando, Christina Watkins, WESH 2 News.
Your perfect domain is out there. Go to Wix and make it yours. Claim your space online.
Hey, they talk about trafficking shit. He look more like he using that shit. They talk about trafficking. What the fuck they mean trafficking? He look like he using it, man. That ain't no trafficking charge, man. He need rehab, man. He need rehab.
My position, and as we are moving with our task force around what reparations for Black Chicagoans could look like. The harm that has been done against Black Chicago is quite severe. That history is pretty substantial, whether it's the dismantling of our public schools, the dismantling of public housing, the closure of mental health clinics, the lack of opportunities for jobs, right? I mean, there are a whole host of areas where Black Chicagoans have been harmed by neoliberal, ideas and austere budgets that, quite frankly, that have been moved primarily by the most conservative presentation in our city, in our country. My position, and as we are moving with our task force around what reparations for Black Chicagoans could look.
Yeah, he just spent our shit on immigrants. He talking about reparations, man. Like, what the fuck? These people weird, man. Let me go right here so I can sit down. What's up, Chop? Smash that like button, y'all. Smash that like button. It's gonna be all right, y'all. We gonna get this shit back going. Johnson is worse than Lightfoot. Yes, he is, man. Yes, he is. He way worse, 10 times worse. Pistons won. Yeah, I told you, man. Pistons gonna take it. What about the Bulls? They haven't won the game yet. Hey, don't nobody watch the Bulls, man. The Bulls, hey, look, this is how you know the Bulls suck. They don't even come on Chicago TV no more. Like you used to be able to watch the Bulls at 9 o'clock. You can't watch them no more. Hit the like button or you like Lil J. I agree. Hit the like button or you like Lil J. You heard the man. You haven't seen the game on TV? Yeah. They don't even play the games on TV no more, man. You got to go and pay on the app to see the Bulls, the Bears, and all that shit. Like when I was a kid, bro, Channel 5, Channel 7, Channel 9, one the Bulls game and the Bears game. Like Channel 5, the Bears game came on every Sunday. We got to pay for that shit now. He said it's on Amazon. Oh man, I know what I'm finna buy me though. I know we got Fire Sticks, but I can't find it. So I finna give me a jailbroke Fire Stick. And that's what I'm finna watch off my Fire Stick. I'm gonna learn how to work that motherfucker. That's what I gotta do. Learn how to work the Fire Stick. Yeah, the Bulls used to come on WGN every game. Every game damn near. Now we gotta pay for it. Say, let's go, Lakers. Hey, explosive, man. I hate to rain on your parade, man, but the Lakers ain't about to win a game against OKC. I hate it, man. I love Cali. Yeah, we be clubbing. But yeah, LeBron ain't finna win this year, brother. I'm sorry to tell you. I think I already got a blunt roll. Yeah, I'm finna go on and talk to you. Okay. Smash that like button, y'all. Smash that like button. What y'all see on the internet, man? It's my birthday today, so I'm just lazy, man. So what y'all got going on? Want to support me? Send a cash app. Send a cash app. Want to support me? Time to bail like hell. It's time to bail, brother. It's time to bail out. That Foolio trial as well. Foolio closing arguments. All right. Hey, I got one question to ask y'all though. I got one question to ask. Do y'all think that Kenny Caps backdoored Julio? Get in the comments and let me know. Because I think he backdoored him. So
Thinking about replacing that old fence? For new customers, Revamp Fence and Deck is taking 60% off the cost of installation on premium vinyl fencing. No rotting, no warping, no staining ever. Just rinse it off and it looks.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'd first like to. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'd first like to thank you on behalf of Rashad Murphy and my co-counsel Danny Hernandez for the patience and the attentiveness that you've shown us all over what feels like about 6 months. In all seriousness, because this is a serious matter, sometimes we need just a little bit of levity every once in a blue moon to kind of get both of our feet back on the ground. All of us have our commitments. We have our family. We have, in particular, a special day coming up. We have our personal obligations. But certainly as you sit here listening to the evidence over the past 2 weeks, I'm sure if you didn't initially understand it, you now understand how important this process is. Remember that what Ms. Doherty tells you in her closing statement is not evidence. It is her interpretation of the evidence. What I tell you, what Mr. Petridis tells you, what Mr. Wise tells you, what Mr. Sonardi tells you is not evidence. Evidence comes from the witness stand. Evidence comes from those items of evidence that have been admitted for your review that will go back with you to the jury room for your deliberations, whether it be videos, whether it be photographs, whether it be items of any kind. And you are the triers of fact, not us. We interpret what we believe the evidence has shown you. And therefore, you can presume and expect we would see things in a different light. I represent Rashad Murphy. As you know, Rashad Murphy sits right there in that first seat. And it's the first seat of a very long L-shaped table with a table behind the table. And the reason that that is important is because because we banged in jury selection for day upon day, that Mr. Rashad Murphy, as well as all of the other defendants, have maintained that they are not guilty, and that presumption of innocence follows them until such time as the evidence proves to you each element. You heard Ms. Doherty talk to you a little bit about certain particular crimes, and she said, element number 1, element number 2. You will be instructed by the court on each one of the charges that have been brought against every one of the defendants. For the most part the same, but some a little bit different, and they will all have elements. And you have promised us, me in particular, because I'm the one standing here, that you will hold the state to its burden to prove each and every one of those elements as to each charge that has been presented to you for consideration, beyond and to the exclusion of a reasonable doubt. Rashad Murphy, plain and simple, cannot be placed in Tampa, Florida on 4:40 a.m. on June 23rd of 2024, when Charles Jones, Foolio, was killed. The evidence has shown you that Mr. Murphy's phone, and when we talk about phone, we talk about life. We talk about an extension of our breath, an extension of our arm, an extension of our pocket. We all certainly may have a different perception about our phone, but no one leaves their phone in another city to go away for a couple of days unless it's an accident, not even the smartest of criminals. Nobody anticipates, hey, I don't want somebody to see my Instagram. I don't want somebody to track my phone and give location data through cell sites. Nobody wants and thinks there's going to be timing advance that is going to ruin or complicate whatever crime I intend to commit. What the evidence shows you, I believe, is that Mr. Murphy's phone is not tracking from Jacksonville to Tampa. It is not in Tampa. It is not moving around Tampa at any relevant time to this murder. And the theory of prosecution as to motive is just misplaced. That is evidence. That's what the evidence tells you. And we're going to talk a little bit later about how you categorize that and what I believe the law and what you will be instructed tells you what to do with it. In addition to the absence of Rashad Murphy's phone in Tampa, which is very significant considering everything you know about phones and everything you learned that you probably didn't know about phones before you sat in those seats. The state would suggest to you that evidence of Mr. Murphy's presence in Walmart on June 21st at about 10:20 a.m. at night provides strong evidence that he participated in the murder of Charles Jones, and it is in fact shooter number one. And why do they do that? Solely and simply because the clothing that he was wearing during the course of the video captured at Walmart, as compared to shooter number one in the Home 2 Suites and Tesla videos, is similar. I know the state suggested to you, well, who wears a beanie in June? Well, a lot of people do. A beanie is a standard piece of clothing that I would suggest to you is yearly. No matter that it's hot, no matter what the temperature might be, it's an article of clothing. It is an article of clothing like a black hoodie is, like black jeans are, like black military boots are. And my suggestion would be in your everyday life, think to yourself how often or how little you see that manner of dress. Black hoodie, what Detective Ramos opines is a black leather belt, black jeans, and black military boot. I would ask that you pay close attention to States Exhibit 100 and States Exhibit 59, which will be with you in the course of your deliberations. But they have provided to you, and I will provide to you, this composite that would show Rashad Murphy at Walmart buying items, and then to your right, shooter number one. Detective Ramos made a comparison of those clothing, and a significant point in his testimony would be what he sees in the form of a unique tear in both sets of jeans at the left knee. Recall that he described it when asked as a perfect match. As we look at Exhibit 59 and 100, a composite that is here for you to view at this particular time, you're going to have to draw your own conclusions when you look at this, and you watch it on your screen, or you collaborate with each other and decide, does anything in those two sets of clothing, other than their style and their color, cause you to believe that it is evidence sufficient to convict Rashad Murphy of premeditated first-degree murder, 3 counts of attempted premeditated first-degree murder, and conspiracy to commit first-degree murder? What is equally important is the testimony of Detective Christopher Drabeck. You remember Detective Drabeck is a Jacksonville gang investigator. Didn't really talk to you about a specific gang, but gave you an overview. But his main purpose in his sworn testimony at trial was really his interrelationship with this particular investigation, a little bit different than some of the other Jacksonville detectives who played more of a part in talking to you about gangs. Remember that Detective Drabeck had several roles. That relates to Rashad Murphy and the evidence, or what I would suggest is the lack of evidence in this case. Detective Drabeck located the Walmart video. He was the one that provided to the Tampa Police Department. Additionally, recall that he took the post-Miranda statement of Rashad Murphy after his arrest in Jacksonville. Recalling Detective Drabeck's testimony, Rashad Murphy began that interview being less than candid, and that's polite. He lied about being in Tampa the weekend of June 21st through June 23rd. He would not, on several occasions, admit going to Tampa or involving himself in any knowledge in anything that he did before or after the murder of Charles Jones. I would submit to you that you use your life experiences. When someone is scared, ladies and gentlemen, when someone is fearful for a wrongful implication, they sometimes make poor judgments. And that's exactly what Rashad Murphy did. It's common to attempt to remove yourself from the closeness of a bad situation, but don't automatically presume that that means and equates one-to-one that he's lying about having committed a murder, because those are two different things. That's for you to decide when you look at the totality of this statement.
This is Blue Chew Gold, the ultimate 4-in-1 formula, built for strength where it counts. With sildenafil for power, tadalafil for endurance. But gold doesn't stop at blood flow, so we added apomorphine to spark desire and oxytocin to deepen connection. Not just harder, closer. Blue Chew Gold. Take action, get action.
that's exactly what Rashad Murphy told Detective Drabeck. Recall that Detective Drabeck said that Mr. Murphy said that he knew, he actually tells him, he knew if he put himself near Tampa, it would implicate him in something he didn't do. So he rationalizes, or he tells him at a certain point of time, probably way too late, why he did this. And it is there for your consideration. And Detective Drabeck told you that. Only after he was confronted with evidence that he got into the Uber and drove back to Jacksonville from the Airbnb parking lot with Alicia Andrews and Isaiah Chance, did he make admissions about what he knew. Because Rashad Murphy was not completely truthful, again, does not make him guilty of first-degree murder. It is for your consideration to determine why. It may not make him the person that you are. It may not make him the person that you would want to be like, but it doesn't, again, make him guilty of first-degree premeditated murder. He actually told Detective Drabeck, as you recall Detective Drabeck's testimony, that he knew at one point in time it made him look like a liar. But what he did tell Detective Drabeck turns out to be very, very important evidence for your consideration. He tells him that he ended up here because he put stuff in his name. Detective Drabeck told you that. He also said that his Airbnb account was used and that he would never book an Airbnb in Tampa and didn't know it was in Tampa. He told Detective Drabeck that. That is an explanation. That is him attempting to explain to Detective Drabeck what occurred. What he said was that his account was used. He also said he thought his vehicle was going to Orlando to take things to his brother. Well, when he's saying that, you don't really put two and two together until you look at the entirety of the evidence. And he said he thought he was going to be helped out by having those items taken. You consider the testimony that comes through Detective Drabeck and look at your notes if you took them to determine whether Rashad Murphy even owns a car when the state suggests to you a theory of prosecution that Rashad Murphy drove that silver Chevy Cruze down to Tampa. And why do I say that? Because Rashad Murphy told Detective Drabeck that he borrowed the car for purposes of being used to go to Martin Correctional Institute, which is where his brother is incarcerated. Rashad Murphy then tells Detective Drabeck that he went to go check on the Airbnb. Recall Detective Ramos's testimony that there was phone communication between Davion Murphy's phone, his cousin, and his phone at 5:03 and 5:07 in the morning of June 23rd, the early morning hours of June 23rd. And that's when he went to Tampa, pursuant to those phone calls. He also tells Detective Drabeck that he gets a ride from Darius Fields to Tampa, and that when he gets to the parking lot, he goes to the back door and knocks. No one answers, and he goes back to the parking lot. They are coming out of the Airbnb, and he gets in the Uber with Isaiah Chance and Alicia Andrews and drives back to Jacksonville. If you remember Detective Ramos, he suggested and battled with me a bit on cross-examination, suggesting that Mr. Murphy's interview indicated that he went to the Airbnb and went into it. And that's an important issue. It's something for your consideration when you seek corroboration, when you seek what is the best evidence. And I'll say this now, and I'll probably say it sometime later on. Corroboration is what makes evidence important. Things can't always be corroborated, but when they can, they provide you an important feature for your consideration. And so in States Exhibit 145, you're going to have that colloquy of that interview for you to listen collectively, individually, one time, 7 times, in order to determine what Rashad Murphy says with regard to entering that Airbnb.
Join Delicious Rewards and turn points into free Culver's favorites.
Please carefully review 145. So because Darius Beals had been killed on June 28th, ironically, 5 days after this particular trip, he could not be interviewed with regard to seeking corroboration on this trip with Rashad Murphy. What was done, though, is that his phones were in evidence and collected as part of the investigation of his death, and there was an extraction done. We've learned more than we can ever hope to need for the rest of our lives about extraction. I can only presume, and I certainly don't want to presume wrongly as it relates to each of you individually, but you saw, and the state provided you, cell site location, information, and data that would have you believe shows Darius Beals did not drive Rashad Murphy to Tampa. But the problem crept up that there was more than one phone associated with Darius Beals. And as you will see and we'll talk about with Rashad Murphy's extraction, it was not a full extraction. The phone was operational. Detective Ramos said that they could not get location data from it. Detective Drabick said that as well. And although the iPhone can be accounted for, the Samsung did not result in the type of extraction. We didn't see that one. There wasn't action. It wasn't put into evidence what its results were. We only saw the results of the iPhone. And what is curious about that is that it doesn't tell us whether or not Darius Beals traveled with Rashad Murphy, as he testified to, and was in possession of the other phone. Now, Detective Ramos, without showing us, told us, well, wasn't turned on that day. Well, I would submit to you, when we're talking about somebody's life, and we're talking about reasonable doubt, and we're talking about the state meeting their burden, what we have to talk about is, can we simply just dismiss that phone was not in Darius Beals' possession? Because Detective Drabick didn't dismiss it. And how do we know that? When I questioned him about it, he said, I could not say where that phone was located, and he could not preclude that it did not travel to Tampa. And that was the right answer. It is the true answer. They cannot tell you that. Recall when Detective Ramos wanted to corroborate Mr. Beals' presence in Jacksonville, he did so by providing 2 pages of thumbnails of pictures. There's Darius Beals. The problem with that was, on cross-examination, we went through every one of those pictures. And do you recall what the bottom line was? None of them were relevant to that time frame that we would have been talking about. It's a nothing burger. Unless it was just left to be taken for granted. They talked about facial recognition, but guess what? Facial recognition, more than one profile for facial recognition can be on a phone. It's very common, especially in shared phones, especially in secondary phones where more than one person may use it. When we look for evidence, ladies and gentlemen, in establishing reasonable doubt, cooperation and support would be the primary means for you to be comfortable with that evidence. While we talk about cooperation in the form of evidence, we come to find out the extraction of Rashad Murphy's jointly possessed phone with his girlfriend, Charmaine Steiger, provides additional information. And why is that important? Because we're relating back to trying to corroborate, number one, what Mr. Murphy told us in his interview. So as we do that, we first look at State's Exhibit 101. 101, I can't read my writing. It's going to be 101L2. 101L2 is the picture of the floorboard in the vehicle that has a Walmart bag with many items in it. Purchased at Walmart while Mr. Murphy was at Walmart. Why that's important is because Mr. Murphy told Detective Drebeck that he bought those items to go to Martin Correctional that weekend. And there's corroboration to that.
We were problem solvers, and we were helping people connect to entertainment in a way that they couldn't connect to before. But what hasn't changed is the focus on customers and trying to give people a better product for less money.
So basically, the guy saying that he wasn't even there. That's crazy. That's crazy as hell. Smash that like button, y'all. I'm eating a gym burger and with an egg on top for my birthday, man. Make sure you timestamp this. Make sure somebody timestamp this. Next year I will have a better meal, man, and a better life. For sure. Ain't no way my friend's DNA should be on my mom's gun grip. Yeah, that's some weird shit. But these motherfuckers don't care.
Members of the jury.
Yeah, Jim Burger with egg,
There
man.
is a real
It's
gang
good,
war
bro.
going on in Jacksonville. ATK and 1200 are at war with 6 Block. It is blatant. They shoot each other and then they post about it on social media. When one of the opposition dies, you see photographs of Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, the GOAT, being posted in the early morning hours. You see laughing emojis. They produce and post drill rap videos, making fun of people who have been shot and murdered. There is nothing fun about the gang war in Jacksonville. And on June 23rd of 2024, this violence spilled into Tampa when these 4 men decided and planned and came to Tampa for one night, for one purpose, and that was to hunt and track and kill Charles Jones. That is the only reason they came to Tampa. That was a planned, premeditated, cold, calculated, organized mission that they did here in Tampa on the only one night that they were here. They wanted to take out their rival. They wanted to kill Charles Jones. He is Mr. Six, Little Six, Six. He is Six Block. He is a prominent member of Six Block. And the only reason that they were here in Tampa, Florida, was to kill him. All of their efforts were to kill him. This was a conspiracy that started long before June 23rd of 2024. This started in Jacksonville long before they came here. And the evidence shows that. They conspired with one another to come to Tampa. There is never going to be an eyewitness in here that is going to be able to identify those 3 gunmen because they were prepared for this mission. They were heavily armed and they were masked. And those eyewitnesses that talked to law enforcement couldn't give one detail about those shooters because they were ambushed and they were afraid and they were fearful of their lives. Camilla Bentley panicked. She prayed in her car for the car to start. And in a panic, she fled out of that parking lot for her life and crashed into Armani Turner's vehicle. Armani Turner did the same thing. She backed up and she fled for her life with her passengers. She fled for help. She went and down that road that she didn't know and saw USF patrol, saw flashing lights, and got help, and then went back to where her boyfriend had been shot and gunned down. The 2 other victims in this case, Gino Norris and Xavier Edwards, they can't give you details about those shooters because they were in a vehicle. Gino Norris was asleep when all of a sudden he heard gunfire and then a car crashes. And they fled. They fled for their lives because they were in fear. They ran and they hid in the 3rd floor of the Holiday Inn until law enforcement arrived to get them life-saving treatment.
Speaking up about abuse in Illinois juvenile detention centers scared me too, but coming forward as an adult changed everything.
So there are no eyewitnesses in this case that can identify those armed gunmen because they did their job very well. They planned this to the most tiniest detail. You don't have an eyewitness, but what you have is much better than any eyewitness that can ever testify in any case. You have what we call a silent witness, the unflinching eye of a camera lens. The video evidence in this case tells you and shows you everything that happened to Charles Jones and his friends on June 23rd of 2024. All of those cameras at Truth 18, the cameras covering the door, the cameras covering the steps leading up to it, the parking lot, all of the cameras at Teasers, the first club that they went to that covers the door and that parking lot. And it shows that Isaiah Chance, Sean Gathright, Rashad Murphy, and Davian Murphy and Alicia Andrews were on a coordinated mission. You don't have to guess what they were doing because you can see it for yourselves. Those cameras don't lie. This is at Teasers. Every time where the victim was supposed to be, he was supposed to be at Teasers, the silver Chevy Cruze appears first. This is a coordinated attack. The silver Chevy Cruze is the surveillance team. They are the eyes of this mission. Their job is to track and locate Charles Jones. And Isaiah Chance is using his girlfriend, Alicia Andrews, for cover because he's got a COVID mask on in June in Florida so that his face cannot be seen. And he doesn't want to appear out in the open with other men, with other gang members, because that will tip Charles Jones and all of his friends that there is going to be trouble. This plan is planned in every detail. They are using a girl so he can be seen walking with the girl like he's just going out to a club. And the silver Chevy Cruze gets there first. And then after they walk around to the front and get eyes on the victim and see who he's with, see what vehicles that he is in, they communicate to the second vehicle, the black Chevy Impala. The video camera, every place the victim went, shows these two cars, and these are Jacksonville cars. There are two cars that come to Tampa, and they come to Tampa on June 22nd of 2024. You know from the mapping where they went. They went to the Airbnb that they had booked specifically to come down here to kill Charles Jones. That is all they did that night, was scout the location, track the victim from club where they finally kill him. The video shows you exactly what happened in this case. And the video shows that they were prepared. They brought their masks, they brought their firearms, and they thought ahead to have two teams. So the silver Chevy Cruze is a surveillance team. The black Chevy Impala is the hit team. Let's call this what it is. It was a hit on Charles Jones, and the evidence and the video support that that was the only goal that they had. At Teasers, they never go in that club. They never approach the bouncer. They never approach the door. Their only interest is Charles Jones. And when they see him, Alicia Andrews and Isaiah Chance leave. They've done their job. And they communicate to the second vehicle, Sean Gathright, who is in the Chevy Impala. Here's the victim. Again, this is the timeline, 2:29 a.m. And the silver Chevy Cruze has already parked, and the defendant, Isaiah Chance and Alicia Andrews, have walked around the corner and not approached this door, but walked enough around the back of that parking lot so they could see where the victim was. See his car, see who he's with. How many people are they going to see with the victim? How many people are they going to have to shoot and kill? This diagram shows State's Exhibit 39, exactly their path that night. They're not there to go to a club. They're there to see where Charles Jones and his friends are. There is so much digital evidence in this case, and you have heard a lot about the license plate readers in this case, that show coordination, tandem movement between the silver Chevy Cruze and the black Chevy Impala. No dispute the silver Chevy Cruze belongs to a relative of Rashad and Davian Murphy. No dispute that Rashad Murphy specifically got a vehicle that is not registered to his name before coming to Tampa to commit first-degree premeditated murder. He got that vehicle for a specific purpose. No dispute. The black Chevy Impala is Sean Gathwright's mother's vehicle that he personally uses. That we have video footage and license plate reader after license plate reader after license plate reader that show it in his house in Victoria Lane in Jacksonville. That's his car. Those two Jacksonville cars come to Tampa on the very day that they know Charles Jones, Foolio, is scheduled to appear at a club that lists the address. And they scout that address. Their cell phone records show that they go there earlier because they're casing the location. They want to see where the entrance is. The cell phone mapping. We've heard a lot about the cell phone mapping. And those coordinates for all of the cell phones, for Alicia Andrews, for Charles, for Isaiah Chance, for Sean Gathwright, for Davian Murphy, and for Rashad Murphy, the phone that stays in Jacksonville. Those records aren't provided by law enforcement. They are kept by the cell phone providers. It's their data from their equipment. Those are accurate information. Sometimes there is not all the data that may be available. Some may be missing, but it is accurate data. They are kept for business purposes, for billing purposes, for customer service to ensure their clients get the best coverage. Those are the records. Those are the data that law enforcement is looking at. But they don't just stop there. They confirm and they verify. They verify it with real video evidence showing that person in the location at the time where the device is registering. One example, Alicia Andrews' cell phone mapping shows her phone in the vicinity of Truth 18 around 4 a.m. And guess what? They're there. They're on video. 4:03 to 4:05 a.m., more video evidence, still shots from the video surveillance of Truth 18, showing them, again, they don't go to any club. They walk and they check out that sign. That sign happens to be right in front of, across the parking lot, the front door of Truth 18, the very club that Charles Jones and his friends are entering. They are tracking them, tracking Charles Jones and his friends. They are the eyes of the surveillance mission. Here's from her phone, from the digital extraction from the iCloud. That was taken on her phone. It happens to be a view of Truth 18 at the very moment when Charles Jones and his party are getting ready to leave. The evidence clearly shows they are conducting surveillance. and they are communicating. Alicia Andrews, the person who is not in the gang, is communicating with Sean Gathrigh's phone, the other person not in a gang. That is how sophisticated they are. They planned this, and they planned not to get caught. They know law enforcement will be looking at them when this happens. So they are utilizing people that are not known gang members to use their phones and their devices so they do not get caught. And there is communication between her device and Sean Gathrigh's device all through the tracking of the victim, including Alicia Andrews' device sharing her location. 4:25 a.m. This is when she started sharing the location with Sean Gathright.
The way you see an idea in your mind. The way you describe it to a friend.
4:14 a.m., that is when the black Chevy Impala again arrives after the silver Chevy Cruze has already put eyes on the victim and his friends. The video evidence in this case has been examined by law enforcement, by Detective Ramos, multiple times to get all of the facts that we can. And these are the facts that you can see for yourself. These are the true facts of this case. And it shows coordination between those two vehicles. It shows the only reason and the only purpose that the silver Chevy Cruze and Isaiah Chance and Alicia Andrews are at Teasers and Truth 18 and then at Home to Sweets is to get eyes on the victim. They're not there to have a drink. They're not there to go into a club. They have no interest in any of those things. That's what you do if you're a tourist when you come to Tampa. You check out the parking lot, you check out a sign. That's not what they're doing. They are there at the very moment that the victim is there. Charles Jones went into that hotel and then comes, and you can clearly see he is in the front seat passenger of his car. That is important because you will see that when the shooting finally happens, the shooters track the very vehicle that he is in. Because again, Isaiah Chance and Alicia Andrews have done what they are supposed to do. The second video is now when you can see the black Chevy Impala purposely going the long way around the hotel to park on the side so he does not come in direct eyesight or eye line of Charles Jones and his party. This is Tafa McRae pulling up. That's what happens next in the sequence. Again, another person that had been traveling with Charles Jones all night. Now you're going to see him and Aaliyah Albritton, I apologize, get out of his vehicle and go into the bathroom. And it's at this moment that Camilla Bentley pulls into the driver's seat. Here is the silver Chevy Cruze. It doesn't avoid the victim's party. It wants to know exactly where everyone is. They need to know where Charles Jones is. He's been wearing a bright red cap all night. They want to know where the other vehicles are. They are familiar with who Charles Jones is with. Xavier Edwards, Robert Howard. You know they know who Robert Howard is, right? He's the one that went to prison for killing Joe Rod Adams on a manslaughter. You know they know every single person who Charles Jones is with that night. Tafa McCray, close friend of Charles Jones, a relative. Xavier Edwards, Gino Norris, all close friends of Charles Jones. His girlfriend, they know all of the vehicles and all of the players that Charles Jones is with. The next sequencing is the silver Chevy Cruze going around the corner to meet up with the black Chevy Impala. And you saw from the Tesla video and the other video of the side angle that the black Chevy Impala isn't registering as a guest in Holiday Inn. They're not registering as a guest in Home to Suites. They're backing in at an angle behind the building so that they cannot be in sight line of the victim and his friends. Now the silver Chevy Cruze, again, will pass the victim, and this time they will have direct eyesight of where Charles Jones is. They are passing right directly in front of him and his friends and know exactly where all of them are parked. You can see the person with the firearm is targeting his exact location. This is another angle of both shooter one and shooter two coming around before they fire upon the victim and his friends. Guns already out, masked, and loaded for rapid fire, quick succession. Charles Jones never had a chance. Shooter number 3, hanging out on the back in the very path that Xavier Edwards would drive through trying to flee for his life. All of you got to see that for yourself. You didn't need a witness to tell you what happened to Charles Jones on June 23rd of 2024. The evidence is crystal clear and the videos do not lie. I don't have to prove that a gang war is going on in Jacksonville. I don't have to prove which members killed what other members. None of that is what is at issue in this case. It is relevant to motive, why this homicide happened. The state does not have to prove motive. That is added evidence to show you why this happened, but it is not required. The only 3 things that I have to prove, that the state of Florida has to prove to you to prove first-degree premeditated murder of Charles Jones is 1, Charles Jones is dead. There is no dispute to that, the first element. 2, the death was caused by the criminal act of the defendant. 3, there was a premeditated killing of Charles Jones. All 3 of those elements have been proven beyond and to the exclusion of all reasonable doubt. And you're going to see that it says the defendant. There are 4 defendants in this case, and you need to apply the evidence, look at the evidence to each one of the defendants separately and individually, and make separate verdicts for each and every one of them. And we have already talked about the principal instruction, but we will talk about that again. It does not matter that Isaiah Chance is in the scouting vehicle. If he intended for this homicide to occur, and he absolutely did, that is the only reason any of them are in Tampa. And if he did something to aid or assist, then you have to treat him as if he had done everything that the shooters have done. And that goes to all 3 of the shooters as well. They are all participating. We may not know which of their bullets penetrated into Charles Jones' vehicles multiple times and into him and killed him, but it is enough that they intended for him to die and that they did something to assist. They all did more than just shoot those firearms. You know they did, based on the digital evidence. They tracked him, they followed him, and they hunted him. The digital evidence in this case makes no mistake that on their free time, when they weren't scouting teasers, they were online trying to locate him because the victim was posting online, saying that he is at an Airbnb. You saw all the digital evidence of Sean Gathright. You spent a lot of time looking for where that Airbnb is on his phone. Tried to set up a woman that he knows in Orlando to pose and call one of Charles Jones's friends to find his location at the Airbnb. Sean Murphy also trying to locate where the victim is. They stalked him, they hunted him, they targeted him, and then when they found him, they gunned him down. That is first-degree premeditated murder. We talked about killing with premeditation. It is consciously reflecting to kill a person before doing it. And we talked about that there is no time that has been placed upon the requirement for premeditation. It can happen in seconds. This premeditation clearly had begun in Jacksonville when Sean Gathright and Isaiah Chance are loading up that black Chevy Impala with heavy bags. Attempted first-degree premeditated murder. This is for counts 3, 4, and 5, and only applied to the shooters. Gino Norris, Xavier Edwards, and Camilla Bentley all survived, but they were purposely shot at. To prove attempted first-degree murder, again, we only have to prove 3 elements beyond and to the exclusion of all reasonable doubt. The defendant intended to commit the crime of first-degree premeditated murder. The defendant committed an overt act toward the commission of first-degree premeditated murder that went beyond mere preparation. And the defendant failed to complete first-degree premeditated murder. They got to the hospital, and all 3 of them survived their injuries. So they were not another victim of this gang war. The line between mere preparation and an overt act is a question of fact, again, for you to decide as a member of this jury. Mere preparation consists of devising or arranging the means or measures to commit the crime. An overt act consists of some movement toward committing the crime after the preparation. You saw the loading of the bags. You saw they scouted teasers the location. You saw they tracked the victim to 2 locations before Home to Sweets. An overt act need not be the last possible act toward completing the crime. An overt act consists of some movement toward committing the crime after preparation. Let's take a look at those videos from Home to Suites. They're all shooting at the victim vehicle, the black Dodge Charger, and yes, they shoot at Typhon McCrae's vehicle as well. He's gotten out of it. Camilla Bentley is in it. But you see shooter 1 is shooting, shooter 2 is shooting, shooter 3 is shooting. Their muzzle flash goes off so many times, it is hard to count in those videos. The impact of those guns are setting off that Tesla multiple times. Xavier Edwards, the victim in count 3, shot in his arm. Gino Norris, the victim in count 4, shot in his arm. Take a look at the vehicle of the victim, Charles Jones, that black Dodge Charger. These aren't novices. You heard from Officer De Jesus, a SWAT-trained officer, to maintain proficiency for SWAT. He trains every 2 weeks, not just every 2 weeks. He said to be proficient, he does it on his personal time. To be able to be accurate in high stressful situations, to be able to be accurate in non-stressful situations is a skill. It requires training. Take a look at where these shots are hitting. Every place that was occupied in Charles Jones's vehicle, Xavier Edwards is the driver, Charles Jones is the front passenger, and Gino Norris is in the back. The driver and the passenger seats have been hit, and they haven't been hit just anywhere. They are hit on the headrest. That is skill accuracy. And if it is a hit team, these are kill shots that you are seeing right there. And there is no doubt that is exactly what they are. They are a hit team put together for the sole purpose of killing Charles Jones, Foolio, their arch rival. Look at the back seat where Gino Norris was laying down. They thought he was laying down, or this wouldn't be another attempted murder. They intended to kill Charles Jones and every single person that was in the vehicle with him. That is attempted first-degree murder because they failed to do it. Gino Norris and Xavier Edwards survived. Camilla Bentley, count 5. They knew Typhon McCrae was with Charles Jones, and they targeted his vehicle as well. Camilla Bentley was in the driver's seat and got out of there, but she got shot as well. They knew Charles Jones's friends, his entourage, his party was in this vehicle. And again, it is accuracy, it is skill, because those 2 shots are right to the rear window, and they cross in front to the front, and you know that they got her. They intended to kill all of the people in those vehicles. That is attempted first-degree murder. The black Chevy Impala. There is no video showing who is inside. There is no video showing their faces when they get out. They have been designated shooter 1, shooter 2, and shooter 3. Let's talk about principles. This is the instruction that the judge will read to you. If the defendant helped another person or persons commit or attempt to commit a crime, the defendant is a principal and must be treated as if he had done all the things the other person or persons did. If the state proved beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant intended the crime to occur, and did some act or said something that was intended to and that did incite, encourage, assist, or advise. This is an or. It just has to be one of these things. And you know that they did multiple things. All of them had multiple roles in this first degree premeditated murder. For first degree premeditated murder, the state must prove the defendant intended that the killing of the victim occurred. And they absolutely did. All of them knew coming to Tampa. That's exactly what the plan was. If the defendant is found to be a principal, he is legally responsible and accountable for everything that his co-defendants did. So how do we know who these armed, masked gunmen are? The video doesn't lie. There are a total of 5. 2 in the silver Chevy Cruze, and they are also covering their face with COVID masks. And then 3 in the black Chevy Impala. The first thing that law enforcement does is they locate and track who the registered owners of those vehicles were. And they did a lot of investigative work with license plate readers, narrowing down, and that is called deductive investigation. And that is evidence. And they were able to locate the 2 very vehicles involved in this case and track them all the way from Jacksonville to Tampa. And it is no coincidence that they are not only from Jacksonville, but they actually happen to be members of the rival gang of the victim in this case. And it is no coincidence that both of these vehicles are at points traveling in tandem. They are passing the same license plate readers as the other one because they are traveling together. This is a coordinated mission. Every piece of evidence shows and proves that beyond all reasonable doubt.
Smash that like button, y'all. Smash that like button. Happy birthday to me again, man. I'm finna get up out of here, man. I gotta go and do something for my birthday, man. I just can't let it go out like this, man. I can't. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. I can't, man. It was a fucked up day today, but it was all my fault, you know. It was all my fault, man. But I gotta go and party. I gotta go and dance. I gotta go and drink or something, man. I don't even drink, bro. But I gotta go and do something, bro. Like I'm 42 years old, man, and I feel like I've been suckered today. You hear me? Like for real. I feel some type of way, man. But it's my fault. Remember that. You don't play victim. You don't blame it on nobody else. You just accept it your way, man. But just know, in the end, I will do it. I am like Frank Sinatra. God damn it, I'm gonna do it my way on everything. Hey, I appreciate all y'all who sent some money to me, man. I appreciate it. The ones who did, everybody who said happy birthday to me, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I swear to God, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all the best people, man. Yeah, I got to get up out of here, man. I got to go to a bar or something, man. I just been sitting here like, I ain't finna just sit here and like, fuck that. Hell no. You hear me? Yeah, I got to go in 2-step or something, man. I got to go in 2-step or do the electric slide or some shit, man. Have a drink, man. You know, it usually be with strangers that you don't know, man. You have a good time, man. And they honor you more than the people who you help and take care of and all that shit, man. So, hey, I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all support. I will be back live tomorrow with more content. I'm gonna start dropping on my other page too, and going on TikTok, man. I love y'all, man. Keep y'all head up. Shout out to all the mods, man, and everybody. What's the cash app? Money sign. I'm finna put it up there for you. That's the cash app, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm finna go and have a drink or something, man. I just can't sit around like this, man. I done spent years in jail just sitting around in the cell because I couldn't do it. Now I could do it, bro. Like, hell no. I gotta go. I gotta go in 2-step. I love y'all though, man. I'll see y'all later, man. From me, I love y'all, man. Hit the cash app for me now. I might go overboard with the drinks now. Come on now, hit the cash app. Money sign NENE 3837. Make sure you hit the cash app, man. I need all the drinks I can, man. I'm out.